swap the old flywheel and clutch and the oil sump as well. Fuck you.
Well, lad, I got a Pissypat B5 for sale. Flywheel hanging off her. 3. Flywheel has been changed 5 times. Well, that's news to me. Pissypat there doesn't leak oil. She's not a Pissypat now if she doesn't leak oil. Operated clutch and flywheel. She's meant, lad. Clutch never slips. One lady owner from you. I've an idea. If I use one of a locking tool thing that grabs one of the tooth and a handle there when I undo that, should be a great job, lad.
Oh, I made an old bolt with a piece of angle iron on it. I can use that on a long breaker bar. And that can sit in where the flywheel is, like so, one of the teeth. And goes into that hole or something like that. So I managed to take that out. I can't make a head nor tail of what is actually going on with the oiling, because this engine is just caked in shit. So I just can't tell where it's all coming from. So I'm just going to soldier on anyways. The only sealy I'll ever have, just physical plastic stuff, because, well, most of their tools are junk. But this does a job perfectly fine. And an empty oil can. Sit that on top. And new oil as well. But I think I used some of it. Might top up with a bit from the old one. If I get that engine running, I'll just drain the whole lot, put some new stuff in again. That is so sickening. Sit there, you. Ah, the joys of it. Good bit went into the pan as well. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Fast money and fast cards. Fast money and fast cards. Money, 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 money. Get this bad boy out now. Going to undo the whole sump bolt now. It's all completely drained. Yeah, no problem. Just that one and the other one couldn't come out. I'll use a bit of brute force. The rest of it, no problem. That bastard was hard. Almost wrung off the fucking shoulders of it. So lucky now. All that RTB, those screws are plastered with all this stuff. There could be 101 things wrong with it. I have no idea.
Great! Wackadoo, wackaday.
Oh, dearie me. I think I went overkill with all that shit. For fuck's sake, that is just too filthy. How am I supposed to know? Oh my god. Don't worry about the cover because I've taken that off. Jesus Christ. Right, I have her on now. Just squeezing through the outside. There's a bit of black oil from that for some reason. I think it's just lodged into that housing. Should be an okay amount. I think I gave it a bit too much. Should be okay, I hope. So what I'm going to do is scrape the excess off and just tidy it up a bit. Bit better now. Just leave a little bit out. Can't reach in there, but I'll leave it at that. These are all torqued to 20 Newton meters. I give it a little bit over though, like just a tiny bit, and give it an extra push after the click, so it should be plenty. Like, man, I need this going very soon now. Spray's playing up a bit, but it's metal colour now, looking all silver. So I threw the whole lot on. I didn't bolt anything on yet. I assume 20 Newton meters. I'm just going to have to double check before I clamp the whole lot down. So they're on now. Just going to tune them now. I'm out here getting mobile reception because all these videos failed to post. Look at the skylines. And people are still flying due to the coronavirus. Yep. And it helps if all the holes align a bit better too. Gearbox, there's no need to jack it up. I'll just use a tire lever just to tilt it up. Take 3 of this fucking dog shite. Installing the engine again. Have to make sure it's the correct angle. So it has to have a slight tilt, and then tilter at the back with the nose upwards just a little bit. I'm also going to use some kind of rods to align the holes with as well, so just helps with the alignment or something. Whoop-de-doo, another flat battery again, this stupid piece of shit phone. And yes, it's aligned. Finally got it in. It didn't seem to click in or slide straight in. I just have to fight the hell out of it. And it just keeps springing out, and I just had to keep the engine pushed in. And then what I did was I threaded it in and then start screwing it in, and it just eventually went in, but it just didn't slide straight in like the gearbox. So yeah, that was a hell of a job. No idea how the gearbox just slid straight on after just turning a shaft like thump, and yet the engine was just an absolute nightmare. Motor mounts on. Subframe on. Now we're cooking, lads. As you notice, the flywheel is taken off because it's just bent as hell and scraping the flywheel. I said shield, didn't I? Anyways, it's the shield I'm on about. Gonna swap a few bolts around, but it's in anyways. Nicely aligned. I'm gonna tighten up the subframe now. Got the jack underneath. Yeah, everything else will be easy peasy. To merge. Put that against a body or something, and then a bolt through that. Then to start our motor. This dirty black boy needs a good clean. Give that bitch a starter, because bitches love starting things. I undid the bleeder as well, hoping it'll help. I think it did help. Mint.
Electrics. All the electrics. Aye. Brain surgery. Electrics.
Yeah. Nearly all back together now. It's actually so straightforward. I quite enjoy that. Stupid phone. But anyways. And then this kind of set up for hard to reach places, such as down there. So tune the injectors. I have to pop up that cap out, which is a nightmare, and just turn the crank clockwise and have one of these rockers down to its bottom point, very bottom point, and make sure that is loose. And once down to the bottom point, just screw it until you feel a little bit of resistance. You stop there, and then just go 180 degrees, which is half a turn, and stop there, and then just tighten the nut with an 18mm spanner, and that's it, done. And turn the engine again, one of them goes down, tune that one, whatever. Also 6mm Allen wrench as well, so I'm going to need to use 2 hands to crack all of them open. I'm using the 20mm even though it should be 19, because 20 is loose and I don't have a 19, especially the 12 point, so have to eyeball this because I don't have the depth gauge tool thing, you know, like the clock thing. Then you start turning until you feel resistance, like that, followed by fucking dogs won't start barking. So anyways, 180 degree turn, which is like 90 and 90, which is half a turn. So just eyeball from that point up to that point. And then I'll tighten it. That's it, nice and tight. So do the same with the other ones, and I'll have a quick look around after that. Went around and around with the crank, seems to be looking good. Others were playing around. I found the next bottom point, so I'm going to do that one as well. That's it. So I just jumped that into next there, did a 180 degree turn, and that's her. Next, once you're starting feeling resistance, don't over tight it, just nip it with one finger or something like that. Just stop once you feel the slight bit of resistance. Right. Whatever. So that's them done. Also, when you turn the engine, turn it clockwise. If you want to turn back anti-clockwise, it's alright for a little bit, but you just can't turn backwards, if that makes sense. Well, you shouldn't. And then I tried to pull the glow plugs, but one of them was stuck, and I'm like, do you know what, screw it. Only do that just to make it easier, you know, for compression and all that crap. Quick wipe now. And I'm just gonna put the old cover back on again. That's the breather. I got the pliers for that. Good now. Once I get the radiator on, we can call the priest, so he'll be on his way down and he can bless the car before I start it. Right, she's on now. Just hanging on that. That's all there is. Yeah. Had couple of fights there. You see that connector down there? And what else was annoying? Oh yeah, there was a sensor thing right in that connection too, so I have to pull out the V pipe or something from there. Actually, I need to connect that one from there. And then there's, now you won't be able to see it, but there's you know where the thermostat is. I had to pull that one out as well, and took the front out, seated there, and then just jammed, really wedged the hose into the bottom there like that. And then I put the whole thing back up and just connect that, and I'm going to connect this one back up as well. But that's all there is. Just hanging. That's also tied up, this metal rod thing, so it doesn't touch the belts and pulleys. There's also a horn done, probably lights. I'll figure what that one is. I found out that goes onto that condenser. Some say, how the fuck do you deal with this? Simple. Just like that. Finger, clippity, clippity. So there's a load of wires here from this side of the lights. That's because there's wires trailed to the other side of the lights, so it's just all connections from this side. That's also tied up as well, so it's just a metal rod there. Don't want it to touch the belts and pulleys. Nice and clean. Now, and I also chucked this battery in it as well. It's an awful awkward spot to put the battery in, but she's ready to go. I forgot that one as well. So, battery connected, radiator filled. Top this one up to the exact line. Not gonna lie, but I'm fucking nervous right now. Dead fucking battery. Wouldn't that sicken your hole? Take two. For fuck's sake. Trying to look at that fucking starter. Bad news. She's not even turning. So I'm going to have to pull the front out and check the starter motor. Pissypat by name, Pissypat by nature. So, what's the handy way to get to the starter motor? Not sure, to be honest. I'll take the AC pump off. Get this belt off first, then that. Then I should be able to access that without taking the whole turbo off. Hell yeah. Oh lads. That's taken off. I'll have to take the support thing off or something. Might have to clean these and that as well. Don't know why the starter's not working unless that's jammed in there or something. I'll try turn the pulley after that. Yeah, they're not too bad now. Cleaned with a rag or something. That's it. I'll get these back on again. I'm just going to have a check around. I'm going to add some water to that. Battery back on again. Now, the reason why I'm disconnecting the battery and reconnecting the battery is because it's got a parasitic draw. And that means something is using the battery, especially when it's left overnight. And then you end up with a dead battery the next day. So that's why I keep taking it off. It's spelled as parasitic, but they call it parasitic or something like that. That'll be the next thing on the drawings list, is to investigate what's using the battery. But I'm not worried about that at the moment, so...
Piss off! Pissypat! Pissypat!
Well, well, well. Beautiful day out there.
Pissypat by name, Pissypat by nature.
Good job I didn't show you all this starting stuff because there was a lot of faffing around, you know. So, the story is, she cranks but doesn't fire. Starts perfectly, but not a kick out of her. Just turning for ages, and just wouldn't start. So that's the next problem. Also, my first initial thought was I might have set up the injectors wrong, but I've done a lot of researching from all these experts, and they all doing the exact same thing, and I followed them 100%, and I done exactly what they've shown me. So I don't know what went wrong there, but you know, I could still do them wrong, or maybe if I went over the 180 degrees, because you know I like to go a little bit loose and too tight and destroy instead of destroying the injectors and stuff. And there's definitely fuel coming from the tank through the pipes. She's also pissing diesel all over the engine. It's a holy mess around the side of the engine. Typical piss pat. What's worse is she's a PD. The injector's inside the engine. The first thing I would have done is I grab a spanner, put a nut in where the pipe is, and turn the engine, bleed it out. But I can't seem to do that in that car, and I think it's going to be very tricky to bleed it, if that makes sense. I'm no longer worried about the oiling now. Even after cranking a shitload of times, she still got full oil to the stake, and there's no oily leaks, so it's 100%. But that's no longer my worries now anymore. So she's bypassed through the fuel filter, and I might as well have plugged those pipes straight into the tandem pump. My next thing might be the tandem pump. I might swap that around. So the tandem pump is basically like a combination between like a fuel pump. It pumps the fuel the rest of the way into the engine. There's the other section of it as well that does vacuum pump as well, which kind of powers your brakes and turbos and all the good stuff. The one that's on that current engine is a Luke or LUK. The one on the old engine I pulled out is a Bosch. So, and I know that one was working, but I don't know the history of the other engine. Yeah, so I'm just fully thinking about the fueling going into it. You know, once she gets diesel, she should run. My next suspicion could well be the ECU acting the cunt or not playing ball with the engine. Maybe I have to have an ASZ ECU instead of AWX. I think it's like an AFN or some shit like that. I don't know. Does the ECU even matter? What an absolute pile of shite. My phone just crashed again. Fucking dirty pile of shite phone. Battery is shit, but then again it crashes and then it restarts and it's just acting a cunt now. Even when I was videoing yesterday, couldn't get signal, I had plenty of battery, then all of a sudden cut off again, and I just couldn't use it. I just fucked it aside there because I was just so pissed off. Like, I definitely need a new phone, definitely. Or maybe I just invest in a separate digital camera, but I just don't want extra baggage either. But I think it's the better job, battery and quality wise too. Apologies for the random videos being uploaded again. Some of them have sent, some of them failed to send, and I have to tap all these random videos to retry, so you might have to look through my story all over again. Sorry about that. Some of them sent and some random ones just failed to send, so it skipped some of my videos, and it's just, the story's all over the place. About 20th time trying to record myself now because it just keeps crashing, battery going down by seconds, it was freezing, acting a cunt. Probably the Snapchat is just a shitty app or something, I don't know, it's just playing hell with the phone, I think. I might crank for a little bit just to show you that it just turns but not firing. Meow! I have to work a little early for the extra pickup first. Right, home from work now. How do I feel about this situation? Well, pretty upset, pretty bummed, pretty pissed, all of the above. So yeah, that's the tandem pump anyways. That's what it looks like. So I'll be taking this bad boy out and probably clean it up or whatever. But I won't have much time because I have to go to work now very soon, probably 5-10 minutes time. I didn't bother doing anything today because just too little time, and I was doing other shit at home, so oh yeah, I'll start the car there free. I'll quickly put the battery on. Rightio, why don't you give her a very short start just to try it out free, and then take the battery back out again. I would have said the moment of truth, but I know she ain't going to start, so. So the pipes now, diesel pipe. These will be going in through this pipe, right around to the pump, and it returns back up to this pipe and straight back to the tank. So from here, goes through filter, goes out again, through around here, top of that pipe, right around up to top of that pump, and then into the engine, back out again to return, straight around to second line down, back up to here, filter, straight back up again. Now that filter is meant to be the other way around, but it was like that when I got it. Don't know if that makes any difference though. Be careful not to touch the diesel with them gloves because they just go to shite. Anyways, there's like this little plastic thing, it's broke, so I can't really use it, to be honest. Tried Loctite super glue, it doesn't work, just breaks straight off. So that's meant to be turned the other way around. That goes in that way, that goes out that way. That kind of fills, or it's like an overflow, and goes to the return. Next thing, take the rocker cover off and maybe use a feeler gauge or something like that underneath the rocker shafts. Check the clearance on that one too. Even if they're badly adjusted, the engine could still run, but it'll just run rough or maybe run on 3 cylinders, but it'll still run, so something really wrong for it not to stir. My anxiety is telling me change the tandem pump right now, and I said yeah, okay, Jesus Christ. I use the same injectors, they run mint off the old engine, but I don't know the history of this one that's on this engine. And another thing, could well be the ECU not playing ball, even though it's the exact same type engine.
Input, output. I believe there's 4 screws, I believe. Output.
So these are 5 and these are 6.
2 of them out, and I pull out. I pull and I pull.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Any diesel? No?
Diesel? So that's the Bosch. Vacuum, not vacuum cleaner. I want to clean this one up first now.
Well, I know for sure this definitely works because it was running on the other engine. So I'm going to take all this shit off. I'll have to have dinner first because it's that time anyways. One-hander. Yep, got it. Focus, you fuck. There should be room in the back of that. Just take this pipe off and all that shit off. I'll be able to get that one off. Also, I'll take care of this vacuum pump thing as well. I don't have a Jubilee clip for it or anything, but it'll do for now. Just I may not have power brakes, but I'm not concerned about that at the moment. Had to fight that one, so I'm going to take that one off instead. I'm going to unhook that now, and plenty space at the back of that. Oh, and also unclip hoses too while I'm at it. That one can just pull off. Bottom of that radiator keeps wetting this part of my trousers. Fucking dirty bastard. Oh lads, would you look at that? She's out. And the Bosch one is fitted. All complete. Ready to go. Giving all that shit a wipe. Make sure everything's clean from any excess oil. Giving me false reading or something. Oh, lads, I'm getting sick of this shite. Tried to restart again. I don't think it's a tandem pump. Made no difference at all. Turns but won't fire up. Well, I tried one thing, so... Ah, jeez, the heavens are out. Another thought sparked up my mind is test the compression. I have a bad feeling maybe it's got low compression or something. Let's try that bad boy. I don't think I've ever opened this before. That's the compression tester. No Volkswagen there. Looks like this is for trucks or something. Made by Black & Tans. 10mm long socket. I'm going to use a 3/8 with a little extension on it. That kind of setup. Going to pull one of these spark plugs out. Actually, I'm going to use a longer one. Before you start now, oh, it's a glow plug, it's a diesel. I'm only like pissing around like. Don't know whether I'm going to bother show you all this shit because I need to charge my phone now. So, battery went from 20%, now 8%. This phone is bollocks. This is too long. Just try to shove that one in. No. Anyways, I'm going to do a pressure test and then I'll take it off. I'll turn the engine, see if there's spray coming out the ports or something. Now, this is meant to be the stuck one. It's actually not too bad. It's turning. She was squeaking and all that stuff. It doesn't feel like it's getting any easier at all. It's just still just as hard as I started turning. So, unless it's spinning in his thread or something. Now we're sorted. God bless the internet. Burrow, what sort of shit brand is that? Finally, I got that big boy out. I was nearly worried that it was stuck there, but I actually got it out. That thread was a little bit shiny now. It looks like it's tight or something. Another bit of bad news now. The, what do you call it? Compression tester doesn't fit it. It's too big, too thick. I think it does like the Fords and fucking Rovers and whatnot. Motor factories are closed, so I can't get a set to suit these cars. So it looks like I'm snookered. So the next thing is, I guess someone, maybe me meh, to start the car and see if there's any spray coming out the holes or something from the injectors. There, so.
Just a turn, that's all?
Give her a good bit of turn, like 10 seconds or something. All you need to do is turn the key. Don't worry about clutches or anything like that. You don't need the pedals. Yeah. Yeah, keep turning. It's none fun. Yeah, keep going. There's more puff out of all the cylinders now. Yeah. Lovely. Now have them plugged back on again. There is what do you call it? Camshaft sensor there as well. I'll check that one. Might reinsert it. And there are connectors for these sensors and glow plugs and whatnot over there. And if you do have a stuck glow plug, I don't think there's any nicer way out other than buying one of those expensive ass extractor tools. No engine guard. Way! Oh, my mother fucking steered the car as well. That doesn't sound too good. Bushy runs. Woo! I have to check out the next problem now, but that's okay. Yep, over. Oh. Gonna gradually release the throttle now, see will she run on her own. Oh. Yeah. Me and the fucking wellies. Running a little bit rough, but that's okay. I'll sort all that shit out. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, she's firing up. Bit smoky though. Gonna check. Okay, just gonna start investigating somewhere. But I'm happy enough. It's coming from around there somewhere. Not sure what. Oh. Jolly good, lads. I'll sort that squealing tomorrow, whatever it is. It's alive! It's alive! The Pissypat is alive and running.
Poor man's Audi is working.
Do you know what else is funny? The second I upload every snap, so many viewers were watching it. Like, I didn't expect there were so many viewers that's so interested in my stories. I just did it for the crack, but man, there's a load of people there just viewing the second I upload it. But there's just different random videos uploading, and it failed on some of the videos. I had to re-upload the whole lot again, so some stories are back and forth or skipped along, so that means you might have to look through the whole lot again, see what you missed, whatever. That's Snapchat and the internet for you, and my phone all over the place because of the area I'm working in. But man, I'm so delighted with how things are going. Cheers for watching, and yeah, cheers for viewing my story. So the next thing is obviously the screeching and the squealing sound I have to sort out. Then some kind of maintenance, which is probably servicing, timing belt, body work. Then I might do her up a little bit, you know, a little boat, roof spoiler, and maybe different alloys for now. Maybe tint the windows, stake her up, whatever. Make her Donegal spec lad. But there is no Donegal this year, but that doesn't matter, you know, just make her look like she's Donegal ready or something. And big turbo needs to be installed as well. And on the lookout for bigger injector nozzles too. Chewing her up as well, get as much as I can out of her. She's going to need new pipes as well, because all the pipes are perished, and new hose clamps, and might get blue silicone ones or something like that, you know. You know, instead of just replacing, just upgrade everything. Do you know what also popped into my head? The clutch, maybe, because remember I forced the engine into the gearbox. Well, I hope that's not the case. Hopefully it's a turbo or something.
Right, boys. What's the story, lads? So, today, I'm gonna check the turbo for oil. See if she's started from oil. If I pull this line off, see if there's oil coming from it, and if there's oil coming from to the turbo. And if there's no oil coming from that line, I'll just check the banjos where the oil housing filter thingy-majiggy is, before I start checking belts and all that shite. So I check the turbo first before I start pulling the front out and then ripping into all of these.
No. Yeah, I think that's turbo. Burn out. Look at that exhaust. No smoke though.
No smoke, no pork, lad.
This engine recommends 530, but I use likes of 1040 on likes of the cams and stuff. I'm going to chuck a bit of 1040 on the turbo because it's a bit thicker and better, longer lasting coverage too. So 7 for the hose clamp, 10 on each side. Take this yoke off. Don't know where to take these off or not. I'll try spin the inside, even use a compressor and see if that make that noise. And take this one off. I believe that's 17mm, I think. And check for oil on that one. And yeah. Okay, that idea doesn't work. She's got oil alright. There's no shaft plate or nothing. So I don't know what's going on. Looks like I have to take all this off. There is definitely oil in the turbo, and she spins lovely. So nice. Nice and tighty, 110%. Now, I notice there's an open tube left. Now, I can't remember where that goes to. It could well be the vacuum hose or something that's making all the noise. I don't know. I fixed it! It was actually, those are loose. I don't know how I didn't tighten that one, but I tightened them, and now the noise is gone. Sweet. Can't believe those are loose. Nice. Ha ha ha.